more than I could possibly had thought possible. In short, and as a reminder to you, here I only wish to help you spread the word of how I overcame the challenges and difficulties in my life through the various mediums mentioned earlier. Again, this may be controversial and upsetting to some. The thought of marrying my strong faith in God, the Creator, with the art of tarot and astrology. To me, this is perfectly justifiable. Should any of you readers be questioning it, and that is simply because of the reasons I stated earlier of religion controlling the masses and individual self-empowerment was to be discouraged. Set yourself free, be who you wish to be, live a great life, the best one possible. Also, the minute you stop chasing wealth and material abundance is often when you receive the opportunities to obtain them. Personally, I feel the happiest I have been in my life was when I am spiritually abundant. Basic needs met, and as strange as it may sound, the sun in the sky to myself. Not in a selfish or childish way, like it's my sun and it belongs to me alone and it's not yours also. Of course not, but just the feeling you get when you know sometimes that feeling is more than enough. I hope you understand that and take a moment to reflect on what exactly I meant and how you can apply this in your own life experience. Now moving on, I would like to cover the subject of chastity and self-worth, not only for the younger readers, but also those at any stage of their lives or relationship dynamics. Firstly, the younger readers, do not be in a rush to become a grown-up, drinking, taking drugs, or having sexual experiences. Let your life unfold with patience and set mature milestones in your life that will only make you a better, happier person all around. Learn all you can while attending school and understand that an applied keenness to learn and be a good student only results in the best being brought out in not only you but your teachers also. Do not smoke. I myself was hooked at a very young age, and it is one of the few things in life I now heavily regret. With regards to sexual experiences and making a total mess of your life by having children out of wedlock, true, all children are blessings, but I have found overall happiness in a blessed union is worth waiting a lifetime for. Some men or educated young men only wish to marry a virgin and be their one and only after playing the field themselves. I disagree with this, as it is just not fair. And also some educated young men know of the hymen within the female, and upon any misleading actions by the female, pretending to be a virgin can be found out, but usually when it is too late. And there are also some who this does not matter, as love is love, with whoever they find love with. All I would advise here to both young men and young women is value your chastity. Moving past the initial stages of a relationship, and the different dynamics of that which you receive and that which you wish to receive and what you actually receive, we arrive at mental health conditions brought about by the subject of love. For example, loving a person and then for whatever reason they decide to leave your life. This can be devastating to some, but again here, in my accrued knowledge and wisdom gathered throughout my life, I will impart some wisdom. Never love anyone more than you love yourself. Again, here this may sound like vanity, but I can assure you it is not, but instead that of a mechanism of self-protection from not only a broken heart, but also potential mental illness, where the mind just cannot deal with the feelings of the heart. Best practice to apply love, yes, but do not lose yourself in that person by taking them for granted. Instead, remain constantly aware that no matter what is said or promised, the relationship could end at any time. Forgive me if I sound like a prophet of doom. I just feel I have to awaken you to this reality of life. For those that live a very happy life upon meeting, they are truly blessed, and when I see this or hear stories of this, my heart swells. In my life, I have learned about the many types of relationships people will encounter through their life. Here I will begin with soulmates. These are the people in your life whom you have a soul connection with, family, friends, sometimes even pets. Then are life partners. These people are the lovers you encounter and may even end up bringing children into the world with. Then there are karmic partners, the ones we encounter that teach us solely lessons in karma. And the last type, but the highest vibrating and often the most painful for the heart to experience, is the twin flame. With the twin flame, you could have all the knowing that they are the partner for you, but you could live an entire life apart and only be united in heaven upon death for an eternity, having learned all of your karmic and life lessons. With this knowing of who exactly your twin flame is, you can relax totally into your life's purpose here on earth, doing what you are called to do by helping many, in the knowing that you will indeed be reunited with your twin flame for an eternity in the afterlife, to some and heaven to others, myself included. You may know people in your life at present who you think they are really attractive. Why do they not have a relationship? And so on. It is because in some cases it is the very reason I explained. Again, never make assumptions about anyone's life, journey or purpose. Only accept it as best you can. If it is a family member who it would appear is operating to the detriment of their own life, advice you offer to help may often be met with aggression and misunderstandings, even when you are coming from a place of love. No matter your intentions for them, they do not see the situation from your point of view. Furthermore, you have not lived their life nor felt their feelings or be able to comprehend what would appear to be total madness to you, but in some way perfectly logical to them. Again, this is where even a family member you love is living a karmatic return. The form of incarnation I explained to you earlier on in the book. I hope this helps anyone out there reading this book to understand that no matter what you do to offer help, it will never work. Best advice in this case is maintain your own high vibration and never blame yourself or take on any guilt associated with the outcome of rejected help when it came from a good heart and a place of love. And remember, guilt is not of God, it is a mental prison constructed by the devil to keep you trapped in a cycle of low self-esteem and worth. Now you are aware of this, always remind yourself of it if similar situations show up in your life. Like most situations I have covered in the wide-ranging subject matter up until now, my best advice to you is that with every situation in life which robs you of your peace of mind and upsets your otherwise happy equilibrium, stop for a moment and hand it back up to God, the Creator, and rest easy. As mentioned, give thanks and be grateful, and the solutions to all and any problem you are facing will be solved. I feel that at this point in the book, it is now time for me to offer my theory to you of what happens when we die. And I will also state here that there is nothing to fear. The reason I say there is nothing to fear will become apparent to you by the time we reach the end of my theory. And with the use of your imagination, you will be able to comprehend the theory. When a person that you know, a family member or friend, passes away or indeed dies, it is not the end but the beginning of a few possible beginnings based on the way the person lived their life. We will address the first scenario here, which is probably the most simplest to understand, the karmic reincarnation, where it is an immediate last heartbeat of life and the closing of the eyes to the opening of the eyes with the new heart beating. No mystery. It is, in my theory here, as straightforward as that. And in this case, the karmatic life would not be one of smooth sailing, but one filled with challenges, with opportunities to break the karmatic cycle. Such an incarnation would be given to a person who in a previous life abused power in some shape or form, and all being fair in the universe would have to be reborn to witness their imposed suffering on another, to awaken and understand. And instead of being just as bad as their perpetrator in this life, they would have a spiritual capacity and knowing to forgive, and therefore setting themselves free from the karma. Allow me to reiterate or explain to paint a clearer picture. For example, the person who died was a politician, and in their lifetime of power caused untold hardship. Then, in short, they would experience the same, if not worse, amount of hardship. But the wake-up call and awareness upon reflection and pondering their existence would present the option to break the cycle when forgiveness was sought. Have you ever heard people in this life say, "What have I done in a past life to deserve this one?" As strange as it may sound, this is a common statement and a very plausible reality to some. In summary,